Hi guys, this is Shorttooth entering into MediaWorld101's competition. I've obviously got the competition bug. I entered into Chris Blue 007's 1,300 subscriber competition and fell very early at the fence, but I've got the bug now and I'm entering yours now, mate. I'm entering yours, Andrew. You've got a quality channel there. Just much like Chris, you're one of the first people that subscribe to me, so thank you so much for that. You definitely deserve all the subscribers you get. I love your output, man. I appreciate your reviews and I'm enjoying talking to you. You're a good guy as well. So I thought I will indulge you, or you can indulge me in this competition as well, and I'll answer some of your questions and hopefully give you some recommendations. I probably won't, to be honest with you, because going through your questions, all of my answers are kind of mainstream in a way. And I don't like to think of myself as mainstream, but I think a lot of my answers are going to be mainstream for this, unfortunately, mate. So don't judge me for it, don't judge me. But I'm going to stick some recommendations your way now, by way of your questions. So congratulations once again, sir. Very good. Sorry I'm looking like a tramp today. I'm just like all clean shaven, unclean shaven and knackered and everything. So, but don't judge me, man. So, first question, I think, was what's your favourite low budget movie? Now, when I first heard this, I wanted to say Blair Witch, because it ultimately is, but then I started racking my brain thinking, no, let's go for something else. Let's not say Blair Witch. Let's think about something else with a little less budget, little bit more unknown. And then I thought, nah, forget that. I'm going to go with my impulse. It is Blair Witch Project. Now, everyone loves this film, for the most part, but those who don't get heard a lot. Do you know what I mean? So, a lot of people love it. Most of the people I know love Blair Witch Project. They say it was fucking scary as hell. It was made on minimal budget. People were scared shitless in the cinema. I was scared shitless. It was one of the very first DVDs I ever owned, after I think Austin Powers or Hannibal. That was one of the others. It's a great low budget movie. It is scary. Now the people that are naysayers, I don't want to be judgmental, but you don't get it. You just don't get it. You need some sort of like big prosthetic monster or special effects or ramped up music to get you in the fear factor mood. This is about humanity, man, and this was done with no budget at all. Just a bunch of people, some video cameras, some money to pay off a couple of the extras, and to get some equipment. It's a great film. I rewatched this film the summer of like, what was it, 97 or 98? I rewatched it and rewatched it and rewatched it constantly. I must have seen it about 100 times in the space of about 2 weeks. I don't even know if that's possible. But anyway, that's my favourite low budget film. It's brilliant. I love it. I love what the guys did. And they then got money, and look what it did to them. Neither of those directors has gone on to do anything remotely interesting. So Blair Witch Project is definitely numero uno for my best low budget movie. Moving swiftly on, because I don't want to make this a long video, because I don't want to bore you, because you've just got to skip through loads of entries, I'm sure. Next question you asked is my favourite film scenic moment, and immediately I wanted to think, oh, what is there? I love so much. There's so many different things I could call upon, but it had to be the first thing that popped into my head, because that obviously stuck out for me most of all as the iconic film piece of magic, and it is the film Heat. It's a scene from the film Heat, starring Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, directed by Michael Mann. Now, I did this, funny enough, in the entry to Chris Blue 007's competition entry. I gave away the ending to the film I was talking about. And again, if you haven't seen Heat and you don't want the ending spoiled, please stop listening, maybe skip 30 seconds ahead while I quickly talk about this bit. It's the very end scene where Al Pacino's cop has finally tracked down Robert De Niro, and there's this great sort of western standoff in an airplane hangar, and he shoots De Niro down, and he walks up to De Niro, and he's standing above De Niro. These two iconic figures from cinema, like my idols, and De Niro looks up to Al Pacino and says, "I told you I'm never going back." And Al Pacino just holds his hand and is like nodding his head and looking up to the sky. Earlier, De Niro said he was never going back inside jail. It would never happen. And it was, to me, that scene is iconic because the music kicks in. Moby's God moving over the face of the water. That track kicks in at that point. The blue lights of the sky are flashing. The music swells. De Niro dies slowly and beautifully, if that's possible. And Al Pacino's eyes on it. It's like, is this what it is? Do I feel better for doing this? It's pure magic. It's the two kings of cinema coming face to face and one defeating the other. And it was also the death of both of their careers, I might hasten to add, but quite symbolic that it should happen in such a way. Love it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love that scene. Now, finally, Last question you asked being, what was the biggest film that took me by surprise the most? Now, this is a film that came out a few years ago. There was a lot of hype about it, and I'm a big fan of the film franchise. So I was super hyped about it, particularly so when the company I was working for got given advance tickets for a screening, and I was given the ticket, and I got to take someone along, and I was super psyched about it. It starred Christian Bale, and it was called Terminator Salvation. I love the Terminator series. I love Christian Bale. I think he's a fantastic actor. The fact that this wasn't going to be Terminator 3, that they were going to make it better than Terminator 3, judging by all the stills from it and everything, it looked like this was finally going to be the sequel that we were waiting for, or the part of the series that we were waiting for the Terminator films. My God, was it not? It was absolutely shit, and I was totally surprised because I saw it on the advanced screening day, so I hadn't read any reviews or anything about it, and I thought, this is absolute guff. I can't believe it. I should have known when we heard that McG was directing the bloody film, but Christian Bale's crap in it, absolutely crap in it. He's playing like a knockoff of Batman, it seems, with that same "swear to me" accent that he's got. It was no good, man. And the story was just cack as well. I didn't like the action. I didn't like that Blood Moon Gold, whatever that woman's name in it, her character, Bryce Dallas Howard. It was all bullshit. The story was crap. I wasn't entertained by it at all. They think by throwing in a digital Arnold Schwarzenegger towards the end that makes it better. No, man. I was just so disappointed because I was so hyped for it. I equate the hype to the hype that I've now got for this new Dark Knight Rises and Prometheus, the hype that I had before going to see that. And man, I mean, this was such a letdown, such a letdown. If you're wondering why I'm talking about it as being such a letdown and such a crap film, why I own it on Blu-ray, one of the guys I work with had it in his bag one day and said, "You want it?" And I said, "Why don't you want it?" He said, "I can't talk about it." And I thought that's a kind of sinister way to talk about something. I'll take it just for that. So it sits in my collection down there, but it never gets watched. So yeah, so that's all my answers to your competition. Man, congratulations once again, 100 subs. I hope to be where you are as well one day, man. You're doing a great job. Loving talking to you. I'll keep watching your videos and keep putting them out there. And I'm looking forward to finding out the outcome of this. Take care, man. See you later.